Hey ladies and gents, thanks for watching. So we're always on the search for boots or shoes that are a little different, something that'll be fun to restore, and something that you guys will enjoy as well. Now one of those that seems to be really popular are Red Wing boots, and today's are a little different than some of the others we've done in the past. As you can see here, this pair of Red Wings are steel-toed boots. They've been pretty beat up on the uppers, and what he wants to do is something completely different than what he has on the lower portion of this boot called the sole. We're also going to use a different product on this pair of boots that I don't believe we've ever used on videos before. So stay tuned. We're going to have some fun with this pair of boots and we're going to give them a makeover. Let's go.
All right, so we're gonna do something a little out of order. Normally we just start taking the boot apart, but because these are rubber, I'm just gonna go ahead and put the first coat of glue on. Those who don't know, this is just acetone, and the reason why we're doing this is because it's a solvent. This rubber, you can feel it, it's got a little residue on it, and a lot of that's just to allow it to slip out of the mold at the plant, and so we want to get that off so that the glue can actually adhere to it. So we just wipe it down with acetone to clean it, get any grease, oil, dirt. This is the Red Wing stiletto version. All right, I'm gonna give y'all a glimpse into the inside of this style of boot. It's just sheer nastiness. They fill in around the front and around the back with this foam filler. It's almost like that stopgap that you can get at the hardware store to fill cracks in, and it just blows up. It's nasty to try to get out. Actually ripped part of the gimming here. It's just sticky. It's almost like tar, and it's so much easier just to do this the right way. Replace all of this with something clean and get it back in operation. All right, so when we took out the original insole, this little thing, it's kind of like an arch support padding thing. It was stitched in when they stitched the insole in through the gimming, and it just ripped. So we're gonna make a new one. All right, so I've already started on these. I've made both sides. You can see this thing's like a feathered edge. You don't really want to feel it, so we're gonna take off some of the meat on this, this piece of leather here, and that will give it a nice feather edge. All right, we're gonna put a little stitch liner on this.
Okay, here's the original. It had a paper insole. It had a piece of like pour-on top, and we have now replicated that, but we've actually stepped it up a little bit, and we put a leather insole. We put a piece of pour-on top, and then this really thin piece of leather that will cover that. And now we're gonna put some gimming on here and get this boot stitched. Okay guys, so we have to give a little time for the glue to set up on that leather, but while it is doing that, let me tell you real quick about a brand that you guys seem to really like a lot, and so do we, and that is Anson belts. Now guys, we've been talking about Anson belts for a number of years now, and the reason for that is one, we love Anson belts, they're a great company, but two, it's because you guys keep buying them. You ladies and gents out there, we see your comments down in the comment section all the time talking about how many Anson belts you own and how much you enjoy them. Guys, what makes Anson so great is a one-size-fits-all belt system, which means if you're losing weight, if you're gaining weight, and with a lot of leather belts, you have to punch additional holes in there just to make the belt fit. With Anson, you don't have to do that. When you get your Anson belt in, all you do, you take the belt out of the box, you wrap it around yourself. You find out, hey, where does this belt fit on me? You mark that spot. You take a pair of scissors, you cut it off, you attach the buckle on there, you snap it in place, and then you let the micro adjustable ratchet system do its job. You simply click in and you'll hear the little ratcheting clicking going on as you fit it into place. Bada bing, bada boom, the belt is done. It is that simple. And another great thing about Anson belts is you can mix and match. You can buy from different collections of theirs. They have different box sets, and they also come with a lifetime guarantee. Now guys, Anson belts are fashionable, functional, and affordable. And they have so many different variations of styles, colors, and materials that when it comes to their straps and buckles, there are literally 10,000 different belt combinations that you can create. Now, one of the things that I really like about Anson is that the straps come in real leathers, canvas, nylon, cloth, micro suede. They even have vegan and other premium limited edition materials. Now guys, Heath and I both own several Anson belts. We recently got some more for ourselves because there were several pairs of leather dress shoes that I have that I did not have leather belts that match that shoe. So I went on to Anson. I got a couple of different leather straps that match those shoes, got them in the mail, bam, now that's perfect match. I simply take whichever belt buckle I want, I pop it off, put the new one on. It's perfect. Anson Belt and Buckle has been in business for 15 years and has over 30,000 five-star reviews. They make an incredible product and they have amazing customer service. They also make a great gift for anyone. So whether you're a man, a woman, or any age, Anson Belts has something for you. Now, ladies and gents, after this video, make sure you go to Anson Belt and I will put the link down below. Go grab yourself a buckle and a strap. Or heck, get several buckles and straps. And that's the great thing about them is you can mix and match with your outfit. So you're going to want to get plenty because trust me, you're going to have a lot of outfits out there and Anson has you covered for those outfits to come.
So the reason why I'm cutting off this extra leather is because this was technically a Goodyear welted, but it was a mold attached sole, basically like melted together. So the welt that was on there creates a larger, almost like a cup, and the holes were a lot further down on the upper. So when I can't make them go shorter or you'd actually see the holes. So to use the original holes, there's extra leather. Now this leather serves zero purpose and it will look seamless once we get it all off. But I can't put a sole on here because there'll be a gap in between here. So I gotta cut this off. so we've pressed the soles, we're gonna trim them, sand them up, and then we're gonna take care of the uppers.
Okay guys, let's go ahead and get these uppers cleaned up. Now ordinarily I would have tried to clean the uppers before we did the stitching and put on the sole, but because these are all black, you're not going to see anything, and it's not going to hurt it. So let's go ahead and get these clean, conditioned, and they will be ready. Okay, so what's going on with this pair of boots? Now, you can see the toes up here. I had to really look at it and see what was going on, and I figured out these are steel-toed boots. And he actually wore through the leather all the way down to the steel. And then it looks like what he did is filled it in with some sort of composite or like some sort of hard glue. It's smooth. I'm not going to mess with that. It seems to be working for him. But I will go ahead and get these clean. And as you can see, they are super dried out. And we want to put up a lot of moisture back in here and make these look a lot better. So the boots are all nice and clean. Now we're going to apply a little of the Huberd shoe oil, which we do carry. It waterproofs, softens, and preserves leather. Now, Huberd's does a fantastic job really weatherproofing and waterproofing boots and leather. So I don't think we've ever used this on our show before, so we're going to put a little of this on there, see how they look, and I think they're going to do a good job for the purpose this guy wears these boots for. All right, so I'm going to get on the stitches and along this welt as well, because I really want all of these waterproofing properties to get all along those seams. Okay, ladies and gents, this pair of Red Wing boots is complete. But before we show you what they look like now, just a couple of quick reminders as always. If you're looking to have any of your shoe care needs met, you want products for your leather footwear, then check us out at potterandsons.com below. You can find all of your shoe care needs there. Also, it is hot outside in most parts of the country, and you need to check us out at southernpolish.com, which is our other business where we are making handcrafted lady sandals, men's flip-flops. We just have new totes that have arrived. Shirts are on sale. So go to southernpolish.com and you can find all of that there. Also, Anson belts at the very end. Okay, let's check out this pair of Red Wing boots.
All right, so just remember these things had a hole in the front of the toe. He had kind of patched it, but we really wanted to keep that original look. Now remember these Red Wings, they have a thick sole. The sole is actually cupped, but it's still a Goodyear welted boot. So there's a big gap that's in between the sole that's melted to the welt, and it's filled with foam. So we actually had to cut some of the scrap leather on the upper down to the welt in order to give a flat surface to put on these. That cavity was so deep. It's so deep. Yeah. And then we filled it with cork and then just put on some Vibram 132 Montagnes.
Storm welts. He wanted to go with a different look. He wanted new welts. So we added new insoles
Yes.
Because that kind of had to change because those paper ones were just...
It was disintegrating.
Yeah, it was a mess with all that tackiness inside. So we just started over pretty much. He did not ask for those. So it's a little Benny. We just threw in for you guys, your entertainment. Because we do get questions from a lot of you guys down in the comment section. Was it really worth it? Was this price worth it? Some of this, free of charge, did for the customer, for your entertainment.
But these style of boots are a pain in the rear.
Yeah, they really are.
A pain in the rear.
So here's the thing. We love your patronage, but sometimes with some certain boots and shoes, look, guys, if it's just not worth it and it's going to cost you an exorbitant amount of money, we're going to say, hey, send it back to the factory. Send it back to Red Wing, because I do believe Red Wing does resole this type of boot. But he wanted something different, and that's why we took these in. But also, we added a little Hubert's shoe oil on there. We'd never shown that in the video. It's great stuff. It's been around for over 100 years. Extremely waterproof. You guys like it and have used it on your footwear, leave a comment down below. So anyways, that's what we did to this pair of Red Wings, and I think they look pretty good.
Yeah.
So, all right, so I hope you enjoyed today's video. Again, give us a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share this video with others. And until next time, y'all have a good one.